He was just 12 when he hacked the FBI. Another posted a murder confession on TikTok. These aren't twisted tales from a horror movie. They're real. And the criminals? Barely teenagers. Kids who committed the internet's worst crimes. The internet. A vast expanse of knowledge, entertainment, and connection. For today's youth, it's a playground of endless possibilities. Yet, beneath its surface lies a darker realm where innocence can be overshadowed by exposure to harmful content and illicit activities. Early access to technology has opened doors not just to learning, but also to the internet's shadowy corners. Alarmingly, a global report revealed that 72% of children have encountered at least one form of cyber threat online. But the narrative takes a more chilling turn. It's not only about children being victims. Some are becoming perpetrators. In the UK, reports of online gangs involving teenage boys sharing extreme material have surged sixfold between 2022 and 2024, leading to crimes such as cyber attacks, fraud, and blackmail. Consider this: 1 in 5 children aged 10 to 16 in the UK admitted to engaging in behaviors that violate the Computer Misuse Act, which criminalizes unauthorized access to computer systems and data. The boundary between the virtual and the real is blurring. As we go deeper, we'll uncover unsettling stories of children entangled in the internet's most heinous crimes. Case 1. Jonathan James, the youngest FBI hacker. In the late 1990s, the digital world witnessed an unprecedented breach. A 15-year-old from Pinecrest, Florida, operating under the alias Comrade, infiltrated some of the most secure networks in the United States. Between August and October 1999, Jonathan James executed a series of cyber intrusions. His most audacious act was installing a backdoor into the Defense Threat Reduction Agency's servers, a division of the Department of Defense responsible for analyzing potential threats to the U.S. This maneuver granted him access to over 3,000 sensitive messages, usernames, and passwords of DTRA employees. Not stopping there, James turned his attention to NASA. He infiltrated their systems and downloaded source code valued at $1.7 million, specifically software that controlled critical life-sustaining elements aboard the International Space Station. This breach forced NASA to shut down its systems for 21 days, incurring a cost of approximately $41,000 to rectify the damages. The severity of these intrusions led federal agents from the Department of Defense and NASA, alongside local law enforcement, to raid James's home on January 26, 2000. Subsequently, he was indicted and, at 16, became the first juvenile in the U.S. to be incarcerated for cybercrime. His sentence included 7 months of house arrest and a probation period extending until his 18th birthday. In 2007, a massive cybercrime operation targeted major retailers, compromising millions of customers' personal and credit information. Although James denied involvement, his association with some individuals linked to the operation brought him under scrutiny. Facing potential charges and expressing a profound distrust in the justice system, Jonathan James tragically ended his own life on May 18, 2008, at the age of 24. James's motivations were rooted not in financial gain, but in the pursuit of challenge and knowledge. His story underscores the psychological allure of cyber exploration and serves as a poignant reminder of the thin line between curiosity and criminality in the digital age. Case 2. Aaron Campbell, the Snapchat killer. In the early hours of July 2, 2018, the tranquil Isle of Bute in Scotland became the backdrop for a horrifying crime that would shock the nation. 6-year-old Alicia McPhail was asleep in her grandparents' house, where she was visiting for a summer holiday. Unbeknownst to her family, 16-year-old Aaron Campbell harbored dark intentions that night. Around 2 a.m., Campbell entered the unlocked home with the initial aim of stealing cannabis from Alicia's father, Robert McPhail, from whom he had previously purchased drugs. Instead, upon discovering Alicia asleep, he abducted her, carrying her to the grounds of a nearby abandoned Island hotel. There, in a secluded spot, Campbell committed unthinkable acts, culminating in Alicia's tragic death. The community awoke to the devastating news, and a massive investigation ensued. Digital forensics played a pivotal role in unraveling the case. Authorities examined Campbell's online activities, uncovering chilling searches in his browser history, including inquiries about DNA evidence and methods of detection. Despite attempts to cover his tracks, Campbell's digital footprint, combined with DNA evidence, led to his arrest and conviction. In March 2019, he was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 27 years, later reduced to 24 on appeal, making him one of Scotland's youngest convicted murderers. This case underscores the dark potential of digital platforms when misused and serves as a grim reminder of the vulnerabilities that can exist within seemingly peaceful communities. Case 3. TikTok Confession. Claire Miller. In the early hours of February 22, 2021, a chilling event unfolded in Manheim Township, Pennsylvania. 14-year-old Claire Miller made a frantic 911 call, confessing to the unthinkable, the murder of her 19-year-old sister Helen, who had cerebral palsy and was wheelchair-bound. Officers arrived to find Claire outside, attempting to wash blood from her hands in the snow. Inside, they discovered Helen in her bedroom, a fatal stab wound to her neck, with the knife still present. Just hours before this tragic event, Claire had posted upbeat videos on her TikTok account at Spirits and Such Consulting, where she had garnered a significant following. These posts portrayed a seemingly normal teenager, making the subsequent events all the more perplexing. In the aftermath, followers scrutinized her content, noting potential signs of mental distress that had previously gone unnoticed. Despite the cheerful facade, there were underlying hints of turmoil. The judicial proceedings that followed were complex. Claire was charged as an adult with homicide, a direct file offense in Pennsylvania. In March 2023, at the age of 16, she pleaded guilty but mentally ill to third-degree murder. The court acknowledged her treatment for depression and a psychotic disorder, sentencing her to a prison term ranging from 12.5 to 40 years. This case underscores the profound impact of mental health issues in adolescence and raises critical questions about the role of social media in reflecting and potentially amplifying underlying psychological struggles. Case 4. Murder on Messenger. Joshua Davies. In October 2010, the serene community of Aberconfig, Wales was shattered by a chilling act of betrayal and violence. 15-year-old Rebecca Aylward had rekindled a friendship with her ex-boyfriend, Joshua Davies, also 15. Unbeknownst to Rebecca, Davies harbored sinister intentions. In the weeks leading up to the tragedy, Davies had been communicating with friends via Facebook Messenger, making disturbing remarks about harming Rebecca. He even placed a macabre bet, suggesting he would receive a free breakfast if he carried out the act. On October 23, 2010, Davies lured Rebecca to a secluded woodland area under the guise of meeting up. There, he brutally attacked her, striking her head with a rugby ball-sized rock, leading to her death. Initially, Davies attempted to fabricate an alibi, claiming he was at home watching television. However, investigators meticulously pieced together his digital footprint, uncovering the incriminating online conversations that revealed his premeditated intentions. Chillingly, Davies' friends had noticed red flags in his behavior but dismissed them as dark humor, never imagining he would act on such threats. In July 2011, Davies was convicted of Rebecca's murder and sentenced to life imprisonment, with a minimum term of 14 years. The case sent shockwaves through the community, highlighting the potential dangers lurking within digital communications. Rebecca Aylward's tragic death serves as a stark reminder of the importance of taking online threats seriously and the devastating consequences when warning signs are overlooked. Case 5. The Slender Man Stabbing. On May 31, 2014, 12-year-olds Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire lured their friend, Peyton Leutner, into the woods under false pretenses. Moments later, they attacked, stabbing her 19 times. Miraculously, she survived, but the reason behind the attack was even more disturbing. The girls claimed they acted to appease Slender Man, a fictional character they believed would harm their families if they didn't kill for him. Both were charged as adults, but later institutionalized. Geyser, diagnosed with schizophrenia, received up to 40 years in a psychiatric facility. Wire was sentenced to 25 years. The case ignited national debate on how online myths influence young minds. It blurred the line between fiction and reality, with horrifying consequences. Despite the trauma, Peyton showed remarkable resilience. She survived the unimaginable and turned her pain into strength. These crimes show how digital platforms magnified the danger, turning technology into both a tool and a stage. When young minds are exposed to an unfiltered world, the line between fiction and reality can blur with devastating results. These kids weren't typical criminals. They were influenced by the online world, where technology didn't create evil, it gave it a megaphone. What do you think? Are we giving kids too much power too soon? Could any of these crimes have been prevented? Share your thoughts below. Next week, fame comes with fortune, but sometimes it comes with fatal obsession. The chilling stories of celebrities whose biggest fans became their worst nightmares. Don't miss it.